inside. Here we are for Dougie's 50th.
After you.
When do you know you're old? When your baby brother turns 50.
How old are you, Dan?
Oh, I'm ancient.
I spent some time in Korea
Oh, yeah.
when I was in the army. Yeah.
Great uncle was there also.
Oh, so that's the DMZ is like that.
So you're over here.
Hey, going over there to get a hug.
Why?
Grandma, not hug.
Okay.
Summer
Over the state.
No. I love you. How are you?
Okay.
Aww. Oh, yeah. You and me both, sister.
All right.
Look, they have a nice roll.
With her today in the bathroom. He said, okay, and she's going to be happy out with the rest of her flock. And I was like, and I took her outside. I put her in one of the boxes, and I put all the other chickens in there with her so she'd be warm. I was going to knit her some leggings because she was all bald.
Like some 70 leggings.
So,
Hold on.
the big brother,
What?
would propose a toast to my baby brother. Because you know you're old when your baby brother turns 50. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, brother.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Ching 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 ching.
All right, so on this, my wonderful boyfriend's 50th birthday,
Pretty awesome.
I feel like I need to toast some people besides him. Dick Parker, you did a wonderful job of raising a fine man. Bonnie and Wendy, you kept
beating him down.
alive.
We didn't kill him.
Tormenting your poor
When you
brother.
weren't tormenting him, you were teaching him how to be a nice man and how to treat women.
Yes, that's absolutely true.
And Dan, I'm sure you taught him something.
You taught me how to run.
It wasn't good, yeah.
Duck and cover.
My own for his cardiovascular fitness.
It's awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey. I'm up and running.
All right.
Speed, action.
He's done this proud.
Okay, who are those glasses for?
Here.
Me, thank you. I need that. Perfect.
Take a pause, Dad.
Not only did he get to be master's senior chief in the Navy a lot of years, he went on, got his education while in there, and became a school teacher. Never thought.
No.
Yeah, right.
Here.
You're here.
Yeah, master's degree. Hey, Dougie?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I can't get through this without crying.
I already read it. I saw it on Facebook already.
Oh, with Rhiannon? Oh, she wants you to read it.
Asking you.
This was Ree. Ree sent this, and I saw it on my Facebook, and I said to Wendy, I'm like, this is the sweetest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, she's gonna love this.
Happy birthday to the man I have always been able to rely on. Like, that's extreme.
For your daughter, yeah.
Chuck Parker, I'm the luckiest girl in the world who has been blessed with such an amazing father. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, Papa. And like, this is the picture. Like the two of them.
All right, give me a close-up.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
Oh, that is a great picture. Look at that.
Like, just them.
My butt looks great.
I know about the
Tell the Tarzan story, Daddy.
Do you want it wrapped?
Oh, no.
Tell me there's
I'm a
photos.
ramp.
Well, one
They
day
didn't have cameras back then.
one day I'd been out playing and I came home and my mother said to me,
I am not kidding you.
They're really,
"What have you been up to?"
honestly, it's hard to
I said, Why? She said, because your clothes are clean.
That's because I have a 9-month-old.
Well,
Silver medal, Allie.
Oh, Allie.
You do, you've got that smile, maybe it's there.
That's a compliment. She's so cute.
we never played target. I said, well, I've got a loincloth down there.
I will.
I put my clothes on
They deserve to hear that. That's in that hot kitchen, so.
and put the loincloth on, and I've been playing down there. And then when I was done, I put the clothes back on and come home. Got a loincloth. And I said, yeah. She said, well, who saw you? I said, nobody saw me. I played with her.
She's like, thank God, spanked the crap out of you, didn't she?
No, she did not. He'd go out and play all day, come home looking clean. I'd go out for 5 minutes, come home looking dirty.
Some things never change. But I gotta
Well,
tell you.
Tina doesn't wear any clothes.
Let's hear the Tarzan yell. I'll bet you did in those woods, didn't you?
Huh?
I'll bet you did then.
Probably tried, but I've never been able to really manage it.
That's not it?
Hey, that's not what Dorothy tells us.
Oh, yeah.
Next time I sit in your house.
Tell them about walking the goat there that you did and those kids.
Well, that was
Oh my God, I love these
there were some
stories.
older boys who borrowed a cable from a construction company and strung it between two
They
trees
stole it.
Tom Sawyer's.
across the valley. They got so that they could walk back and forth across. So
Like just
I
like
went down-
tightrope walking?
Yes.
tightrope walking. So I had to do it, and I went.
Had the
Get him to
opposing.
put his hand down.
I walked across the cable, you know. And of course, the guys always told me, if you're gonna fall, fall on the cable and grab a hold.
Yeah, grab a hold.
Well, I got about halfway across,
Fell into the ditch.
fell, and landed in a creek, which was in the middle of the valley. Water about so deep, but it was enough to break the fall.
You wonder you didn't get some spinal tears.
And then
That's what I said.
Then I turned around.
Well, luckily he fell on his head, so that was.
It was
And later, I
all
got
good.
so I could, but what I did too was to cut a pole and use a pole.
Oh, for balance, yeah. Like a
I
flying.
got-
So he
so I
was
could do it.
like the flying Harlan does when he was little, with his Tarzan loincloth on.
Yeah.
that was a story I've never heard.
Because I had.
Wait, you know what? Wait, we never finished. Doug never had to answer the question about what was his childhood memory, his fondest or
Yeah, or most-
worst, most terrifying, whatever it is. Doug, what's the
You know,
one that
it's
stands out?
probably like the things that I remember the most. I remember the sledding with the broken arm. I totally remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't, to be honest, I don't remember the actual. I mean, I remember the accident, but I don't remember the pain or anything. The thing I remember the most is the sense of pride and accomplishment when I came home with the cast.
Yeah, so, well,
And you two were like, oh.
Yes, we did. We
Yeah.
sent him home by himself.
guys didn't
From
come
his
home with me.
television.
We kept sledding.
He sat in front of the television, like rocking back and forth. Oh, my arm, my arm. And then your mom came in and was like, "What's wrong, Dougie?"
You want some Fruit Loops?
Yeah, Mr. Fruit Loops. I tried to drown you on the other toboggan.
Oh yeah, much longer after. Because I think I was probably.
Oh, you're only like 2. You're 18 months.
Do you remember anything about the?
Dan tried to
Oh no, I don't remember really getting on the sled. The thing I remember vividly is being under the ice. Like I remember like holding onto the ice and being like,
No,
I totally remember that.
you came so close to.
You were Doug. You were dead.
Yeah.
It was a miracle that you survived.
Because, I mean,
And then don't you
you talk
remember?
about scaring your old man.
Don't you
All right, let's wait. Let's hear Dan tell this story because I've heard Dan tell this story, and I'll videotape
Wasn't
this
Dan
one.
the one that pushed him on the toboggan?
Yes,
Well-
but Dan was also the one that pulled him out of the water.
Yes, I heard
Well,
that too.
So you threw him in and then you tried to save him.
Basically, we had been tobogganing for quite a while. We've been sliding. It was the square dance group, right? So we were at their farm, and they
Yeah,
had this
big hill. It was a
Yeah, it was a nice big hill, but at the bottom of it, you kind of had to put on the brakes because there's this small stream right there.
It was like mostly
And
frozen. Yeah.
it was almost all frozen over, but there were a couple of open parts. But wherever it was, there was like weeds growing up through the ice, right? So we're sliding all day, and we all kind of finished, and the adults had all stopped, and they're all standing at the top of the hill, and they're having a conversation, and so I'm like just kind of standing on the outskirts listening to the conversation, and Doug comes up and he goes, let's slide, and I'm like, I don't want to slide anymore. So I take him over.
What is he, 2, 3 years old?
Yeah, he's in one of those little one-piece
Blue,
snowmobiles.
yeah, the blue snowsuits.
Powder blue snowmobiles.
Yeah.
He was probably this big. So,
No, he wasn't even that big.
huh?
He wasn't even that big.
I was like 3.
Yeah, you were pretty young.
Little.
Yeah.
He was tomorrow.
Up and walked right through the.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I put him on the toboggan. It was one of those, 4-man with a curled front toboggan.
The wooden ones.
So I put it on, and we're all standing there watching. I mean, every person on the hill, we're watching Doug go down the hill, right? So Doug's going down the hill, and you're not going too fast. You're kind of going down, and there's a fairly long spot before it, drops into the creek. And like we're all watching, and we're like, Doug, roll off now, Doug. Stop, Doug. Stop, Doug. Stop, Doug. And I mean, this thing wasn't going very fast. It just goes up, and then it goes boop, and you see the tail end of the toboggan up like this, right? We're like, holy crap, right? And Dad and I both have those mini boggins. You remember the mini boggins where they rolled up, right?
Yeah.
So they were these plastic things. So it was probably pretty comical watching us try to go down the hill on these mini boggins. And I finally got rid of mine, and that's why I beat Dad down the hill. Not by much. He was right on my butt. But I was like not really wanting to be that close to Dad at that moment. And so Dad went, there were 2 openings. There was one here where the toboggan went in, and then there was another one down here. And I didn't do it because I went, oh, he could come out down there. I was like, don't want to be too close to Dad, right? So I go down there, and so,
where he went in.
yep, Dad's looking, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're like not there. And Dad's like, oh my God, I need to go into the ice, right? Because there's a big patch. I mean, it had to be 15 feet at least, right? And it's got all these weeds growing up out of it. So you're thinking, oh, Christ, we're gonna hang up on all
I
that,
have to
right?
say, I know how this story ends, and I'm like,
Yeah. And so I just go right to the thing, and as I do, I come up to the edge, and Doug rolls out. I mean, he's like rolling, because he comes out under the ice, and he's rolling in the water, because the water's pretty fast. And I mean, I have like a split second, and all I did was I jumped into the middle, and I grabbed you. And that was about all I could do, because you had like a snowmobile suit on.
Yeah, it was like way
Dude, it was like all I could do was just stand there like this, and Dad jumped in, grabbed you out of my arms, and went to the house, right? So I'm standing there in the middle of the creek going, well, what about me, man? I'm like really cold too.
So let's tell stories about Dan and how he heroically saved
I saved his life.
So we're at Aunt Jean's
wait.
camp. And I think I might have been like 7 or 8 and knew how to swim because we grew up around water. And so we went to Aunt Jean's camp, and there was like a pond. Like it was a dock, and the dock was high. I remember the dock seeming like it was really high, and you had to jump in the water. And Dan's like, oh, you're such a baby that you won't jump off the end of the dock. I'm like, you know, and harassed the crap out of me.
This was a pond, right?
Yes.
This is Taylor's pond.
Yes.
Until I jumped
Remember?
off the end of the dock and I almost drowned, and Danny heroically saved me.
Okay, I'm
Big
gonna.
brothers
They
for.
hear
No,
all of
I'm
that.
gonna interject there
You've heard the
because.
story of where he tried to drown me, right?
Oh, I haven't heard
There's
that
a
one.
pattern.
Have you heard the story? Did you?
I don't know.
About, we're
No.
out of here, but let's okay. Finish this one.
Finish
Well,
this.
because Dan was giving both Bonnie and I a really hard time, and so I wouldn't jump off the end of the dock. So I'm facing out to the pond, and Dan's standing in front of me, and he's like, "Rah, rah, 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 "You're gonna jump off the end of the."
You're a baby.
And I can see Bonnie drowning, like doing the, and I'm like, Dan, and he's like, "Shut up! You're gonna listen to me here."
You're trying to get rid of both sisters.
Yeah, and finally it was just like, I think you kind of recognized that look on my face was like, I think there really is something wrong, because I was watching you drown, and he's yelling at me, and I'm just like, but and he turned around and took one look and just like dove off the end of the dock.
And saved the day.
So
That's the reoccurring theme. I've saved all of my siblings.
it's kind of like
After he tried to drown us.
Yeah, they tried to drown us.
it's kind of like the arsonist that you find out.
He
works
likes
for
to
the
watch the fire. That goddamn was never a lifeguard. We would have really been concerned.
The cars at the hotel, but it's just around.
10. Well, we gotta get out of the hotel. 10.
Yeah. Okay. You can come over and we'll
Yeah.
we'll bring,
Yeah, they're
like,
right
don't
now.
do anything. We don't bring coffees and all that stuff. Okay.
That's another thing.
You boys know nice songs. Let's do a nice song for Doug. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.